They had a few buses come in and all, yeah, this was a pretty good day. I say spring break. In this building, we've got to find this one and two more that's a step look like that. So actually, three temperatures I think got to go up. And then, of course, after we see the charcoal now, we're going to have to go back down. So if you don't want to climb all these steps, down to the next building down here, there's actually a ramp that goes into the building. We've got some benches in there, and we'll be in there like this.
Here's your stills. See your copper columns? That's your stills. That's your 54-inch stills. We've got 4 of these. The 4th one's killed in the 4th. Here's old Big Daddy right here. How much bigger it is? That's a 76-inch steel. So you know it's bigger enough to make it fuzzy steel these days, right? You know, just give you a good idea of what goes on in here. What happens? We separate the whiskey from the mash in the distilling process. And how we separate it is with steam to heat. You know, it's warm in here now. You can still tell they got the steam pressure still built up. But now, if it was in operation, it could be warmer than this. In summertime, it's unreal. And, you know, you can tell it's pretty well high tech too. Right over here. See, you can throw through. It's all computerized right now. And they really enjoy running this big steel. You know why? They can do it all right in there. Start it up, shut it down. On these here, you know, they got to come out here, open a few valves up. Okay? And you know what's going to happen here the next year or so? 1 and 2, out of here. Got another big one sitting right now. Because it's so much easier to run, you know. It's all computerized now. All right, we're going to go up here and I'm going to show you where we ferment the mash. Now, on your fermentation up here, the distillery has put stainless steel caps on these fermenters. They got them capped off. And this has been about a 1.5 year project. Now, they had told us the reason why they capped them. But I got a good idea. Now, when that mash ferments, it generates a gas. The type of gas that comes off of it is CO2. Now, I guarantee you, years to come, they just catch that CO2 and sell it. Now, they want to put caps on these tanks, but they would get the money back. So I say years to come, they will catch that CO2. And it does take the mash up until 6 days to ferment out. And it takes 5 gallons of that mash to make 1 gallon of whiskey. 5 to 1. So you know you'll have a bunch of mash left over. So what we do with that, it's all fed to your beef gallon. Your dairies, your hogs. It's ideal feed and it's animal. Okay. So we're going to go up here and kind of look at the fermenters here now, if you will. So you can kind of see here how they got them capped off now. These things still capped on here. All right, y'all about ready for a good smell?
Yes.
Let's go over here. We're gonna get us a good smell of 140 proof. Y'all ready for that? We'll get our heads open up here.
Damn, is it hot in here? It's just fermenting, it's working. And how we get out is to start. Every time we empty a tank, we gotta save some of that old mash back. We steam clean that tank, then put the old mash back in. That's the starter or yeast. It's called the old sourdough method, the way sourdough bread made. If you see a bottle of whiskey that says sour or mash, that's what it means. Now use an old culture to start fermentation. 25 feet deep. These are 40,000 gallon tanks. We've got 48 of them. We keep them at different ages, so something's ready to come off every day. It only stays in here about 5 or 6 days. Then it's ready to be distilled. I kind of use it as sinus medicine. Come in the morning, all stopped up, you come over here and boil a little head up like that. I'm going to show you how to do it. If you want to do this, you can do it. I see a lot of you wearing glasses now. This is 25 feet deep. We got more glasses right now we'll ever wear. Lean over this tank, hold the glass in your hand. Okay? All you do is just stand the fumes up, breathe them right in, hold your head right up. Good. That's the angel share. But it causes black mold. That's what's on the tree. Doesn't hurt the trees at all. It actually protects that tree. That's a good, healthy sugar maple tree. It's covered with black mold.
That's your whiskey. That's 140 proof. Going down into 10 feet of packed charcoal. That's how much charcoal is in these tanks. 10 feet of it. And y'all do know now that this here is what makes us different. You know, we are a Tennessee whiskey, not a bourbon whiskey. And this one process is the difference. So a bourbon whiskey is distilled, put straight in the barrel and aged. We distill ours, put it through the charcoal, and then we put it in the barrel and age it. So you know, we're taking one more step, which is this process right here now. And who tells us to change the charcoal is the whiskey tasters. So you cannot get it down to a certain date, you know, to change it. And that's the reason why we have got the tasters here. You know, I would say on an average, 3 to 4 months, on an average. And if it's not changed before 6 months, it's going to be changed anyway. Yeah. But that is all done by taste down now. And we have got 60 of these charcoal filters. And you know a bad thing about the tasters, don't you? They have to spit it all back out. Aww. Now they should let some of it go on down, their taste buds would be no good at all. So they have to spit it all back out. What I'm working on is how to spit backwards. When I figure that out, I'm gonna accept that job. I'd call it cheating, wouldn't y'all? And have you ever heard of Gentleman Jack? Okay, your Gentleman Jack whiskey is a double charcoal filtered whiskey. It is filtered through that charcoal a second time. Now how it works, you know, we'll filter it just like the Jack, then we'll age it. Now after we age it, we'll bring it back over here and we'll filter it again before we put it in the bottles. So your second filter comes in effect right before we put it in the bottles. And you know, you think, well, what does the second filter does to it? It makes it real smooth. It makes it real rich and tasty. It's a type of whiskey that you'll be drinking it and you'll say, shoot, this here ain't doing nothing for me. And all at once you can't move. You know, it's that sneaky type back. It's that type that sneaks up on you and smacks you right good at. And on this one over here, they're running water through it right now. So they're getting ready to change the charcoal out of that tank. So they do run.
How often do they do that?
Ma'am?
How often do they change the charcoal?
Average 3 to 4 months on the average right now. But so what they're doing, they're running water through it because there'll be a bunch of whiskey left in there. Okay? So they're gonna make sure they get all that whiskey out of that charcoal before they change it. And what they're gonna do with the water and whiskey, they just rerun it through the stills again, re-distill it. You know, you'll separate the alcohol from the water, so they ain't gonna lose nothing. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna lose a thing, guy. Well, y'all ready for a smell?
What happens to the old charcoal, the 3 to 4 month old charcoal?
Smoking pens. Like you using smoking your food and stuff out. Hi, can you come right on in, Peggy? We finish. How about a smell?
Yeah.
Take about a half a step back there. Stick your nose down. Don't run off. Look over here. Stick your nose down there. Get down. Get down. Smell it. Sir, can you get off that handle? Get off that handle and shake it out for me. It's pretty heavy. How about that? All my days off, I come over and take tours by myself. Right here's where I begin and end at, right here now. All right, go down the steps here now. You can see how tall they are.
They could have known me.
Uh-huh.
I know the third guys.
This is not a wishing well. Get my money in there, you're still in it.
Here, heavy seat hat. T-Mall. It's in perfect running shape. They had it sitting outside, you know, up there where that old frame was, and we told them, said, shoot, something like that don't need to be sitting outside, it would be out of moisture right now. And so we moved it in here, about 4 or 5 months ago. Well, yeah, it rained from them tours we came through. We got it in here, then we had a manhandle to set it around, you know.
This is a bottling plant here for a new brand of whiskey that we've only had out a little over 4 years. It's called Jack Daniel Single Barrel Whiskey. Now, you remember I told you 4 years is aging? That's minimum. Then we go by taste. And when those tasters find the barrels, and this is really good. It's got a distinctive, robust flavor. We need this for our new single barrel. We just bring that individual barrel down to this building, bottle all the whiskey in that barrel. No other whiskey is ever mixed with it. Normally we're done with 200 or 300 barrels at a time, bottle and all in. This is all bottle of that one barrel. And we do bottle it a little strong. It's not 80 proof, it's not 86 proof, it's 94 proof. A little stronger. And put the little decanter bottle. You can actually get 2 bottles. If you get them from different barrels, you'll have a different tasting whiskey. So every barrel has a little distinctive flavor of its own. And you can tell the barrel number when it's reading the neck band. Because on the neck band it tells you the barrel number, the rack number the barrel's in, and the date the whiskey was bottled. Now up here we've got the Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Society. We'll go down and look at that in a minute. But to belong to the Barrel Society, you buy a whole barrel. Now, we can't ship it to you in the barrel. We have to bottle all the whiskey before it leaves here. But you'll get every bottle plus barrel. And at 94 proof, that barrel makes about 240 bottles of whiskey. And they get to come down and taste barrels and pick out the one they want. And then when they buy the barrel, every bottle has a little silver tag around the neck. And it'll say this was specially selected for this person or business who buys the barrel. Now, we talked about the taxes on whiskey. Taxes is actually the #1 cost in making whiskey. About 60% of the price is tax. But the next biggest cost then is aging. Because you got to keep at least a 4-year inventory. Buildings to keep your inventory in, keep the buildings up. We got to buy the barrels. We buy them at the Bluegrass Cooperage in Louisville, Kentucky. We pay a little over $100 for every barrel. You can't use it one time. And the reason it can't be used anymore now, they have a white coat. You see the guy here assembling the stage, making that circle. Now, before they put either head in the barrel, they run it over the conveyor, shoot a gas flame up in here, completely burn the barrel inside. Call it toasting the barrel, charring the barrel. When they char that barrel, the heat from the charring causes the sap in the white oak wood to caramelize. When we put our whiskey in our barrels, it looks like water. There's no color. But as it ages, the buildings are not climate controlled, they warm and cool. When it warms, whiskey expands. It actually goes into the open pores of the wood. You see that little dark line in that state? When the wood begins to cool down, then the pores tighten, forcing it back, and it brings back a little caramel. That's where all the color comes from. No artificial coloring ever added. If you use that barrel a second time, you're going to have a lighter color whiskey. Only use them one time. And most of our barrels today, well, we sell some in Scotland, because in the Scotch industry, they don't depend on the barrel for any color. Some distilleries can use them full time, they can get through it. Some go to Canada. Canadian whiskey, they use them up to 3 times. Some go to wineries, to rum manufacturers. I didn't know it until last month. I toured the Tabasco sauce plant in Avery Island, Louisiana. They use used whiskey barrels. They put their Tabasco sauce in there for 3 years. I knew it was good for some reason. But that's just some of the uses for the used barrels, and then we sell them every day downtown. You can buy them every day downtown at the Welcome Center, the Barrel Shop, or the Lynchburg Hardware and General Store. They tell you what to get them out there. But come up now and see if you recognize any of the names on the Barrel Society, Single Barrel Society. Actually, we were really quite surprised and pleasantly. These things sold a whole lot faster than we ever dreamed of. We ran out of room here, so right now we're putting names in the book back here. But we're working on a way right now to get everybody's name back on this wall. When they buy by the barrel, they can come in here and see their name on that wall. And you see a number right beside the name? That's the barrel number that they purchased. And we bought one single barrel that has a different label on it. It's called Silver Select. Well, our Silver Select whiskey is only sold in a duty-free store. So you folks that are traveling internationally, you can go to duty-free shops. You can find Silver Select there, duty-free store. That's the only 100 proof whiskey we bottle. Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Silver Select.
Well, y'all want to step over here and see what $8,000 looks like? pretty neat down there. And like I say, we started doing this in 1997. This here's all kind of neat. And the whiskey you see on that bottle is the whiskey from that barrel right there. And your single barrel society, that's the name of folks bought the whole barrel. It's a bunch of military bases. And the reason why it's so many military bases is they're exempt from the government tax. There's no government tax paid on the military base. That's the reason why it'd always be a little bit cheaper on the military base side there. But it is going over real good. Like I say, 1997 when we started this. 1997 now.
Tinker Air Force Base.
Walgreens. That's,
Gosh.
some states you can buy it in a drugstore. Let's see here. Where's that?
Walgreens is a good beginning, yeah. Pharmacy.
Yeah, that's
They bought two
Indiana.
in the same year.
Yep. We do right here,
Safeway.
Oregon Liquor Control Board.
Oh, my.
Goes all the way over here, back up to here.
Oh, they're happy.
I counted up here, they bought 19 barrels.
Oh,
19 barrels. But it's going over good. It's going over good. Well, would y'all like to go in here and see a video here about the single barrel? You get the whiskey in that bottle. See how dark it is? You can tell it's high proof. It's 94 proof right now. And now, if you buy the whole barrel, which we had it on these bottles here, they would put a chain around it with your name on it. And we had them on these here, but we had to take them off because you know what's happening to them, don't you? People was getting them out, so they took them off. They only had on that, the fringe of Jack Daniels side now. But if you do buy the whole barrel, you do get your name put on the bottle right now. Oh, let's go right on in here for what, please.
How much does a barrel cost?
Well, it would be different price in every state. It's high. It runs $8,000 to $9,000. Here in Tennessee, it runs close to $9,000. We have a high tax rate. But if you go to the liquor store and buy 240 bottles of single barrel, you spend $10,000 to $11,000 because it's $40 to $50 a bottle. Single barrel. That's what it looks like on the top shelf there with that silver tag. When you buy by the barrel, you get down there to buy. And the silver select is on the bottom shelf.
Silver Select is 100 proof?
yeah.
Now you'll notice one thing is really how slow the line runs. We can only do about 10 bottles a minute. But you'll also notice all the labels, everything's done by hand. Now you go down to our new bottling plant, it's a little different. We have 7 lines down there. They run up to 650 bottles a minute. So they're a little bit faster.
Into the old booster ship. And I'm going to show you what 6,059 barrels looks like. I would never dream I would have a key to 6,000 barrels. And right here, if you buy the whole barrel, that's how they ship it to you. See your empty barrel, and see the whiskey stacked. That's how it's shipped.
they come. 25 barrels on there. All right, let's move on a little bit.
Smells like money. Smells like money. That's all that smell. This right here is your elevator shaft. It takes some barrels upstairs and brings them back down. That's your shaft fire. 6,059 barrels in here. It only took them 7 days to fill this building up. So they went ahead and filled it, where we can start bringing the tour in here now. Okay? And we only been bringing the tour in here since the middle of April of last year now. And the temperature now in here, and this is a natural temperature. So, and the thing about it now, we want the temperature change in these buildings because your change is what makes the whiskey age. So when it warms up in here, the pores of the wood will open up in that barrel. The whiskey will go into the wood. And when it cools off, it'll come back out of the wood. And it works that way during the aging process with your temperature change. Well, in the aging process, that whiskey will work halfway through that barrel. Okay? Right here's what amazes me. How they left this open for y'all. Right here. Where you can do it right in here. They done a good job of working it back. We don't rotate. One time we did rotate, the time it took doing it, and the money it cost doing it, and it didn't improve the whiskey that much, so why do it? We haven't rotated since 1975. You can see the date on the end of the barrel. See that old 1 is your year, the C is the month, and 28 your date. And C is March. They use the alphabet to code the month right now. And that barrel out of gun's leaking some. See the head up there? You get up out, check it out, you see teeth marks all over that thing. And it's not no rats either. It's some 2-legged rats. I had a woman this morning said the 2-legged rat with a big old hat on. Because he put it off on me right now. But they done a good job converting this thing back. So this building here was built in 1938 when it was built. Wow. And they used it as an aging building up until about the mid-70s. And that's when they converted it to a visitor center. Then they built their new visitor center, so they converted it back what it used to be, which was an Acton Aging House. You know what they was going to do with this building? They was going to tear it down. They did some big timbers. Well, you don't see stuff like that anymore. Right? So they converted it back. This kind of big too. How many barrels? 6,059. I saw them at the barrels before, but we took some young people who know some new help here to turn them up. Wolf was watching back the barrels. And the man up there said, "I'll never run out of bottle. Never will." And I'm going to tell you how he explained it to me. And this right here broke my mind when he told me this. Say from the middle of Alabama, direct north to the Canadian border, egg shape. You know what he told us? It's 45 million acres of bottle. 45 million acres. He said, "There's no way you know where they'll run." I had no idea about that. You know what I mean?
The tree big enough to cut, I would think it has to be at least 50, 60 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
They don't grow overnight, that's for sure.
I just like that sugar like this.
lemonade? Come on. Y'all get some lemonade here. I got some for here. Get some lemonade. Yeah, I don't know where's this machine that sells some tour passes here. Y'all have a good day. Hope y'all enjoy it here. Hope you enjoy it. I know.
Thank you all.
Yeah, enjoy this fine sunny day here. Hope you enjoy that.
Yeah, we did. Thank
Take
you
care.
very much.
Take care of yourself.
Back in
I learned there's a lot to it.
Yeah. Take a ride out the parking lot.
There's a machine here that will timestamp your tour card. With that, you can find the picture that was taken back in the rickyard on their website. Nice touch. If they still do it, I'm sure the picture is better than the 640 by 480 pixel photos of 2003. Here are my recommendations. Go on a weekday when the stills are operating. Especially avoid Sundays since the White Rabbit Bottle Shop is closed. The commemorative bottles they sell are sometimes collectibles. Different proofs, sometimes even different recipes. In addition, all the stores in Lynchburg are closed. If you want a Jack Daniel's coffee cup, don't go on a Sunday. Hope you enjoyed the tour. Like, share, and subscribe.
The trip home. Just left Jack Daniel's. We're between Lynchburg and Fayetteville on Tennessee 50. We're about 5 or 6 miles outside of Fayetteville. Nice country. A little bit warm, but well, what do you expect?